Welcome everybody, I hope you guys are having a awesome day and welcome to today's flight. Today I'm going to do a full flight in the beautiful Leonardo MD-83. We're doing a full flight from Los Angeles, I'm currently located right now, all the way up to Seattle in Washington. We flight them off roughly 2.5 hours, going to fly as Alaska Airlines 433, and I'm going to get to the rest of the cockpit and let's get the flight going. Welcome to the aircraft. As you can see, we're completely cold enough. Let's go and get the aircraft powered up. So, coming in here, going to get the catering checks any second, and let's just close the door behind us. That's not good, but let's go and get the power on. So let me just get on the flashlight. Alright, welcome to the mess of an overhead panel. So, battery, select to on position, ground power,
autopilot
connected, and let's just quickly get the door for the ground crew. Alright, cockpit door has been closed. Alright, galley power on, and we have ground power selected to on position. Let's start with our flow. So, logo light, let's start from top. Logo light selected to on position, and we can get the cockpit light can come to the on position. Turn off U. And I'm just going to get some panel light and panel light so I can actually see the overhead panel. Alright, log light has been selected on. Bleeds, we are not an APU power, so we do not need that. RAM air can come on. And let's see, coming up here, we can put it to external power, and we have enough voltage. Generators are selected to on position, and ground power is connected. Galley power is on. Bus ties are both open, auto and open. Fire agents are off. APU bleed is selected to the off position. We do not need to arm the fire warning. APU selected to off position. Emergency power can stay as is. APU selected to normal. Start pump can come online. Ignition can be selected to the system A for this flight. Emergency lights, arm, seatbelt sign selected on position. Smoking sign already on. Pit of heat stay off. Fuel pumps are all off. And we can take the off. Auxiliary tanks can stay to off for now, and same for the forward. Anti-ice all off, including with the exception of the windshield. And looks like we are good on the rest of the over panel. Let's go and get some more lights on. Alright, so we can now go and turn off the floodlight. Don't need you. Alright, position in it. Let me just go and get some weight. Alright, import from sim brief. And we have imported the weight. So, take a fuel going to be 12,447 kilograms. Taxi fuel 227, that is well within limits. Passenger is going to be a full load today. We have some bags on board, that's okay. And let's go to the aircraft service, close U, request boarding. And autofill the weights. And let's just quickly get the Q and H. Q and H is altimeter. We are in the US of A, but that is just what I'm used to. Alright, altimeter 2992, it is correct. Winds are also correct, they are calm. Temperature is also correct, so let's calculate. Alright. Let's go and get the aircraft set up before we do anything else. So we are at Los Angeles International Airport. Let's put in the GPS position. So we're currently flying from Los Angeles International Airport to Seattle. Let's see, U and U. Company route. Activate. Let's just get that going and execute that departing. Alright, we're departing runway 06 right via the wind 3 departure. via the seashore waypoint. Let's go get the doors. So, forward and aft cargo. Go to the route and let's get a pre-flight init page. So, silver fuel for today is going to be, let's see, 53.5. Reserve fuel for today is going to be, let's see, 3.7, so 3.7. And total block fuel going to be 12.4 with the schedule alpha. Going to fly at flight level 320. Winds at cruise is going to be from 324 at 0.35. Temperature at top of climb will be minus 45. And it doesn't fit, is that correct? And now we can get to do our takeoff performance. Alright, flaps going to be selected to 6%. That is the famous dial flap. And temperature going to be selected to 48. So let's select you to the takeoff flex to 48. Initial climb going to be straight up because we have no ATC online. And we have the speeds on 148, 52, 61. So 48, 151, 152 for you. And then 161 for our D2 speed. And let's see, we are good on that page. Gross weight will be 65.9, which is correct. And we can go. Yes. I hate when that lags. So, selecting you to 61. And let's get the flight directors both selected to the on position. Get the position light on before I forget to do that. Navigation can be armed. VNav. IAS Mac can be armed. I'm going to use VNav for this climb. Auto thrust can be armed as well. And that was that. Let's get the standby horizons. And let's start the APU. Putting it to start. And APU is now starting up. And APU passing 30. Turn on the flight and arm the auto brakes for departure. Can cancel you out because we know what faults we have. Alright, APU is selected to run. So APU bus can be connected. Let's disconnect the ground power. And selecting the APU bleed to on. So just turn the bleeds on for now. And let's go ahead and disconnect our GPU since we are not needed anymore. Fuel is also correct. We have at 12,400 kilograms, which is exactly what we're going to need for this departure. And other than that, we are good. Boarding has now been completed. Let's get the vehicle ready for our push and start. Navigation mode can be armed. We are going to close the cockpit, the main entrance. And we are going to take spot 1 facing south. Alright, let's start with our, before we start pushback, let's get the aircraft ready. So, fuel pumps, all on. And the center pumps can just go to automatic mode because, why not? APU power is good, we have bleed, so we can just take the bleed selected to the off position. So they are ready for engine start. And we are good on the overhead panel. So beacon light, select on position, parking brake off. Alright, let's just wait until we get our engines, get the clearance to start our engines. Because we are departing at the first handless, and they usually have a procedure where you can't start the engine before you are lined up. Just so we don't hit everything else with everything behind you with your jet blast, and don't damage any of the other aircraft. There we go, so let's see. We can just start number 2. Alright, let's put on the fuel. Fuel has been turned on. N2 is rising. EGT is rising. Alright. Starting number 1. And that's adding the fuel. And let's see, increasing the range, selecting it to the arc. And we have EGTs rising on number 1 as well. And we looks like we have a successful engine start. Alright, number 1 is up and going, so let's select the flaps. Are the speed brakes. I took the flaps a little bit too far, but they should be selecting to the 6 degrees position right there. And for performance, yes. And let's see. Parking brake selected. Alright, trim selected to the 6th position. Yes. So trim has been selected, navigation mode is selected, heading will fix itself as soon as we get in the air. And let's see. The pitot heat on APU selected to can be disconnected because not needed anymore. Both bleeds can come on. APU can be shut down. And we don't need anything else, so system can just stay as is. Flaps selected, and there she is moving away. Let's just set the bungs before that's forgotten to do, and there this is driving straight through us. Nose light selected to the on position. And yes. Just wait for the all clear sign. Alright, purple pin has been removed. Now we just have to wait until she gets out of the way. And there she's waving. And we are now clear to move. So I'm just going to quickly get the map on my side. So, parking brake selected to the off position. Thrust can be increased, and we're gonna go taxi straight ahead and continuing on. Take a right turn here. Alright, right turn onto Kilo. Taking it slowly. Right, so then I'll pass in the Tom Bradley terminals, or the international terminal to be precise. Slight thrust increase, let's get going. And let's continue. Alright, we are now closing in on the runway, so let's take a right turn here. Then we're going to taxi all the way down to the end of runway 06 right, lining up, and I'm going to do a full takeoff from there. But for now we are now closing in. Slight thrust increase again. Alright. Alright, I believe I've forgotten to do something. I forgot to turn on the... So, transmitting on frequency number 1 and listening to frequency to number 1 add 2. Frequency 10120950 is the Zeta frequency for Los Angeles. And yes, so we are closing in. So flaps is set, speed brakes are armed, or spoilers to be precise. Trim selected to 6.0 and flap selected to 6, yes it is, and flap is of course set. Autopilot 1661 for V2, Flight level 320 after takeoff. No tower is online due to a standard Unicom departure, or seat departure in this case. Then let's get the terrain and weather radar on. Okay, let's see, we are now closing in. Let's just quickly do a quick check. Alright, no traffic is currently inbound. We are on the Unicom, we are on frequency, so let's just quickly do a call up. So, Los Angeles traffic, Alaskan Airlines 433, lining up runway 06 right.
FedEx 249 Heavy, can be crossing runway 06 right. On that traffic.
Alright, lights are on, strobe lights are on. So, lights are selected to the on position, landing light on, wing light on. And runway is not clear at this point. And transponder to TRRA. Weather radar is on, and no significant weather in the area, but that is to be expected as well.
FedEx 06 right, LAX traffic.
Los Angeles traffic, Alaskan Airlines 433 taking off from 06 right. So, clear for takeoff, so thrust.
Auto boiler. Butt lab. Butt lab.
Thought I selected them. Ah,
Butt lab. Butt lab. Butt lab. Butt lab. Butt lab. Butt lab. Butt lab.
alright, flaps is selected, we just continue on.
Butt lab. Butt lab. Butt lab.
Right, EPR limit.
Butt lab. Butt lab. Butt lab. Butt lab. Butt lab.
Alright, V1.
Butt lab.
And rotate. So let's try not to get the tail to strike the ground.
Butt lab.
And for anyone who's wondering, this happens on every flight I've done with the Leonardo. Do not know why.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Alright, nose to 15 degrees.
Gear up, lights out.
Check. Alright, nose down. $15 degrees and 1200 feet. Autopilot on. VNAV climb. Put you to the climb position. Checked. That is just the moving. So flaps. Ups, let's stay out for now.
Flap 0.
Flap 0 and speed increasing, so flaps and slats can come up and in.
Slats retracted.
Check. We are still a little bit too slow. Alright, 3000 feet. Keeping the landing lights on for now. So, wing lights not needed anymore, and ground floodlights can come off. And 4000 feet. A little bit too close yet. Sandler traffic, Alaska Airlines 433 clear off runway 06 right. Alright, 5,000 feet, Unicom, we're now on to Unicom frequency. Climb out is looking great, speed is also increasing, flaps and slats are up. Speed brakes are disarmed, autopilot is on and on. No warnings yet, and hopefully it stays that way. Right, so I will just stop talking. Talk to you guys heading into Seattle. $14,800 feet. We are now descending into Seattle. And we're now slowing down because we are coming in a little bit too fast. But for now, we are going to land on runway 16 right in, if not ATC changes us. We are on Seattle Center frequency, so good for us. Alright, and let's go. So, when I inbound the ILS, let's get the aircraft set up for our approach. So, to change up because initially was going to use the RNP, or RNAV to be precise, but that changed. And since our visibility is IFR conditions, so I'm going to expect us to land with category 3. Because we have visibility at 4 sight miles with overcast at 500 feet, and minimums here are 550 feet, so we have to land with auto land. So, for now, selecting our frequency 1075. $75 and the course, 164,000 feet to go. I believe the next altitude is going to be 7,000 feet for us. Seatbelt sign can come on. Taking you on. Alright, so 64 was it. Alright, 64 has been selected. We are a little bit slow actually. So, flaps is up, speed brake is in, so it's just in. Alright.
2849, time to maintain 7,000, turn right, 00.
Climbing 7,000 right 20023.
Alright, position altitude is going to be selected to, so let's see, 139 feet. Let's see, I'm going to put it to the descent page. Minimums selected there. And we are on that page. We're good. So, and the sun has to start to come up, so we're going to get some. Going to be a beautiful arrival in, I hope. So speed 240 knots. We are still a little bit too fast. I'm going to deploy the speed brakes.
149,
Speed brakes are extended. That is on purpose. Take those back in. Please stop. That noise is so annoying. Friend was wondering, I believe that is the auto throttle sound. It's almost driving me mad because I was listening to that same noise for 20 minutes in straight now.
Slats extended.
Hell no! We are still a little bit too early for slats at this point. Alright, so we are now going directly to this waypoint here, so we have to be at 8,000 feet. We are now at 10,000 feet, so we are good on that page. We're a little bit high, as you can see. Sorry, low. Sorry, wrong. The next is going to be 7,000 feet, and then after that we're going to get down to 6,000 feet, so I'm just going to select that.
2849, trigger in Seattle, VOR, maintain flight level 210.
And then after that is most likely going to be following our heading. Silence. And let's see, position light is on. We can take the wing and the cell light on. Right, we have no ice, which is
433, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000 feet, Alaska 43. So 4,000 feet armed. Thank God. Silence. I almost forgot to select our decision altitude to 439. Yes, yes, yes. Drag. And for anyone wondering, I am expecting us to be vectored out, because the chance of that is extremely high right now. Hate when that happens. Just going to do a double check on the calculation. So, just autofill the latest weather, calculate. So we're going to land with flaps full. We have 1,800 meters. So we go to the taxi map. Actually, quickly click it. And we have 8. Let's see, 2,500 meters, going to use 1,000 meters, so we are well within limits, and I want to do a lift. We are going in auto land, so we're going to have to add a little bit extra on our performance. Ground conditions are light rain, so I'm just going to put in medium, I believe it will be more correct. Let's take you back in. speed at 210 knots. Right, slats out.
Slats extended.
Checked. Speed. Coming down to 210 knots. Alright, let's arm our speed brakes.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I believe it is way too early
Landing
to start
gear.
with extended landing gear right here.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Let's just mute you. Speed to 170. I'm just going to take over manual control and select our speed. Alright, 700 feet to go.
Alaska 433, turn right heading 070.
Right, 070, Alaska 433. 070. I believe we are still a little bit too fast, and I have to change that head anticipation.
Alaska 433,
Stabilizer motion.
3,200.
3200, Alaska 433. Alright, so 1000 feet a minute should be good for us. Alright, take the flaps out as well. Alright, we have the localizer and glide slope. Let's see, 1075. Correct on both sides, 64, 64, check.
Alaska 433, turn right heading 130, turn the localizer, runway 16 right.
Left 130 and for the localizer view, localizer ILS 16 right, Alaska 433. Alright, so let's just take the ILS and arm that. Flaps to 15.
Flaps 15.
Alright, we have some weather ahead of us, but that is to be expected. Localizer has been captured. Flaps to 28.
433, 5 miles from Tinka, cleared ILS, runway 16 right.
Cleared ILS 16 right, Alaska 433.
Landing gear.
Flaps
Gear down.
28.
Right, speed to 160 knots. Going to be a little bit early.
Gear down.
Auto brakes can be armed.
Alaska 20 Descend via the
So,
crater.
localizer dash up, both captured gear down.
The altimeter 3017. Information
Keep
Lima,
the
sir.
speed and our landing speed
Yeah, no problem.
going
I
to
think
be
the phone broke up on
136.
half of it till the end.
2500.
Order that airport insight. We can land manually.
Seattle Center, good morning. 001 on the ground.
We're now passing over the Boeing field.
San Francisco. United 1 Heavy Seattle Center, current trip at Gemini.
Go around mode in case we have to go around. Alright, so winds from 180 at 30 knots to gust up to 22 knots. Winds overcast. And lag, that's to be expected. Alright, flaps. No, down, down, down. Selected to our speed of 136. Silence.
United 1 Heavy cleared to San Francisco Airport, Team 6 departure. Radar vectors Harib, then as filed. Maintain 3000. Expect.
Alright, Autolam is armed.
10 minutes after departure. Departure with me, squawk 0651. Break, Alaska 433. Wind 160 and 13, gust 22, runway 16 right, Seattle, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 16 right, Alaska 433. Alright, clear to land.
United
Stabilizer
1
motion.
cleared,
1000.
Alright, I have control.
3000, expect 410, departure with you, squawk 0651. United 1 Heavy, read back, correct. Boeing ramp uncontrolled, call holding short of Alpha, and information Quebec is now correct. We'll call short of Alpha and we'll get the weather, United 001.
Trying to get the nose down. So, flaps is full, 40 speed brakes is already armed. Take my control to speed very shortly. Runway in sight, a little bit high, let's get the nose down.
500.
Alright, I am switching my view.
400. 300.
Alright, auto thrust off. I have
200.
control.
Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Alright. Hard landing, but we are on the ground.
2 in reverse.
Alright, reverser deployed. Aircraft is slowing down. 80 knots.
60 knots.
Restore the reversers right now.
Reverse
And
lights
let's
out.
turn off. Alright, auto brake selected to the off position.
Alaska 433 on November, cross runway 16 center, hold short 16 left, stay parking.
Crossing runway 16 center, hold short of 16 left, Alaska 433. Let me see. So,
Alaska 433, stay parking. Are you parking on the north side?
let's see the question park. Northern parking will do Alaska 433. Alright, so we're welcome to the ground. Off. Alright, you can be disarmed. Alright, you're clear to cross. Oh, flaps. Wrong. let's cross the runway. So, APU.
Alright, support 33 on November, cross runway 16 left, taxi northbound on Bravo. You haven't picked up any of the gates over there. Have a good day.
Cross runway 16 left and then taxi via Bravo off to the stands. Let's go forward to the tree. So, let's see, APU to start. So, we're clear to cross the runway, then taxi onto the Bravo up to the stands of choice. And I believe I'm going to get... So, let's open U and start nav. Now start the GSX, and I believe we will take gate north. November 9 looks fine for us, so I'm just going to take that. Do not request follow me. Alaskan Airlines. APU is starting up. Alright, kill you. Take the nose light to dim. Take the wing light off, and strobe light can come off as well. Master caution, just APU. We'll simulate a hiccup. So, trust. And we are rolling. Weather radar off. And flight directors can both come off. We can just take autopilot as is. Alright, APU to run. Let's turn the APU bleed on. And let's connect the APU gen at the same time. Yaw damper is off, which is great. That's to be expected. Back trim, not needed. Wind shear, not needed as well, they're on the ground. Alright, taking the right turn here.
Last 2849, expect the ILS runway 28, right approach.
Looks like the 28 right, 2849.
Let's just select you to do, and we are on APU power. No control faults, that is okay. APU gen is connected but off, which is to be expected. So, November 9 coming up, so nose light selecting to the off position. Take it slow. Alright, here comes November 9, and I believe I have chosen the wrong line. So, November 10, and then next this one is going to be our stand. Alright, stand November 9, and I'll start to turn a little bit earlier. Is close enough for me. So, parking brake set, and we are APU online, so let's take engine number 1 and 2. Both engines are not shifted to cut off. APU then is online, so fuel pumps off, start pump off, ignition system can come to the off position. I'm just going to get them some floodlights. So, fuel pumps are all off. We can take the anti-ice for the windshield off. Seatbelt sign can come off. And on the overhead panel we are good. So, bleed, just got the stasis. And let's see, turn off the position light and the collision light, select off. Open up the menu and let's request deboarding. Transponder selected to the off position. Go to the ground chart and let's go to connect the GPU. Connect at the same time. Welcome to Seattle, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this flight. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my channel page for more awesome videos, and if you want to binge watch more of my short haul flights, you can check out the price on the screen right now. Other than that, see you next video. Fly over out. Have a awesome day. Goodbye.